Are you looking for the best binoculars? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best binoculars on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Leupold BX2 Alpine HD 10x42 Binoculars. The 10x42 binocular is the most common size for a reason. The magnification is enough to spot wildlife out about 1,000 yards, while the 42mm objective lenses give you a wide field of view, 314 feet wide at 1,000 yards. At most distances, you won't need a tripod for stability, but there's enough magnification to cover ground without eye strain. As a result, pretty much every Bino brand has a 10x42 option, so why these? Leupold markets to hunters and shooters, but this is a great all-around pair for anyone due to the aforementioned Goldilocks sizing, but also because it's a great value in this low-mid price point. Any sporting goods store will tempt you with options for $100 less than these, but if you have the budget, it's worth the slight upgrade over throwaway models. The build is rugged, with a magnesium housing. While they're a few ounces heavier than the cheapest models in this class, that's due to the glass, which delivers better than average light transmission for improved clarity in dark forests and dawn/dusk low-light scenarios. They also come with a quality chest harness, which is a must if you use your binoculars often while hiking. And perhaps most importantly, they're backed by Leupold's excellent lifetime warranty, which I've personally used on my pair of 10x42 Alpine HDs. That coverage means these could be the only binoculars you ever need to buy. Number 2. Vortex Triumph 10x42 Binoculars. Like Leupold, Vortex has a great reputation, thanks in large part to its accommodating lifetime warranty program, which is a comfort for those of us that are hard on our gear. One challenge with Vortex is the sheer number of lines and models, but the newer Triumph line is easy to understand. It's the brand's cheapest pair of binoculars in the 10x42 build and arguably its best value. For $100, you get the lifetime warranty, and while the optical clarity and quality isn't on par with that of the pricier lines, the Triumph does surprisingly well, especially in daylight. Like most cheaper binos, the clarity falls off the closer you get to the edges of the field of view, but is sharp and color true in the center and will be plenty of bino for most casual users. Yes, you can spend less, but I wouldn't recommend it, having tried a lot of $25 to $50 binoculars over the years. Despite the attractive price, the Triumph ships with a case, harness, and neck strap as well. Number 3. Nikon Monarch M7 8x42 Binoculars. Nikon is best known for its cameras and lenses, but this Japanese optics brand makes a wide range of excellent binoculars as well. I've tested several models over the years, but the Monarch M7 stands out for the optical clarity it delivers at a mid-tier price point. Nearly any pair of binoculars will work for birding, but for most species, you'll be in trees and fairly close quarters where higher magnifications can make it harder to spot and track birds with the more zoomed-in view. Even when you spot a bird, even the slightly tighter 10x magnification can make it harder to follow flight. The 8x42 version of the Monarch M7 Binos gives you enough magnification to confirm details without spooking wildlife, but the wide field makes it easier to track them. The M5 series is also good and about $200 cheaper, but it has a narrow field of view even in the 8x42 configuration. Like most binoculars, they're nitrogen purged and O-ring sealed, which just means they're waterproof and fog-proof. Note that fog-proof only means there won't be interior fog. You can still steam up the glass if, for example, your face is warm and the air and/or binos are cold. More money can of course get you even better glass from Nikon and other companies, but this is one of the best mid-tier options that makes for a clear and comfortable birding experience. Less money will downgrade your clarity, but cheaper and smaller options which weigh and cost much less abound if those are your priorities. The entry-level Knox Provisions standard issue 8x25 binos, for example, weigh about half as much. Number 4. Celestron SkyMaster 25x100 Binoculars. Pretty much any decent pair of binoculars can enhance casual stargazing, but if you're closer to astrophile than occasional noticer of the night sky, you'll want a somewhat specialized pair and the best low-light performance you can afford. As binoculars go up in price into the thousands, the returns are diminishing, giving you small increments of improved clarity and edge case benefits, but better they are. Celestron is a budget Bino brand, but its SkyMaster series is astro-focused and worth a look if you're focused on stars. The massive objective lenses, high magnification, and poro prism combine for a heavy build, but one that's designed for night use at the distance of light years. The 25x magnification won't be much good for backyard birdwatching or any handheld use, but they're designed for tripod mounting and use as a stationary skywatching setup that's more comfortable for longer sessions than telescopes. Going with binoculars for skywatching, especially ones as zoomed in as these, adds a layer of dimensionality that's lost looking with the naked eye, or with one eye as with telescopes. Unlike cheap Amazon optics brands, Celestron has friendly price points but still gives you a lifetime warranty. If your stargazing habit sticks, you may eventually want to upgrade to a higher-end model, but this pair will show you what you've been missing for a few $100. Number 5. Maven B.5 15x56 Binoculars. Telescopes and spotting scopes come into play when you need more magnification than you get out of normal binoculars. For amateur astronomers and many Western big game hunters, the standard 10x of binos comes up short for viewing far-off planets or bighorn sheep. The problem is that monoculars are tiring to use. Even a few minutes squinting behind a spotting scope requires a break, and all-day use can be brutal. Maven offers an alternative in its high-magnification 15x binos with a large 56mm objective lens that lets you enjoy the relative ease of viewing behind more comfortable binocular vision. At over $1,500 for the pair, you'll pay for that comfort, but with the backing of an unconditional lifetime warranty, it's a buy once, cry once situation that'll leave you with a high-quality pair of optics for life. The biggest downside, aside from the upfront cost, is the need for stabilization. Yes, you can cover a lot more distance with the B.5 15x56s, but it's difficult to keep them steady enough for handheld use. This means using a tripod, which requires a bit of fiddling to get set up properly, especially in the field. It's also another item in your pack and more weight if you're hiking to an area for spotting wildlife or stars. And while the 56mm objective lenses are awesome for gathering light and expanding the field of view, they are heavy, with the binos hitting nearly 3 pounds. If the price tag isn't realistic for your budget for a specialty optic, Vortex's low-cost Diamondback line has a plenty functional 15x56 bino that trails the Maven on low light performance and optical clarity but will save you more than $1,000.